Welcome back to another episode of Data Protection Gumbo. I am Demetrius, and of course, you know me. And today we are going to have a conversation about where data storage is headed. There's obviously lots of things in flux, like artificial intelligence, and there's quite a few automations and innovation that's going on right now. And I have the pleasure of speaking with Gene Lazarevich, and he is the founder of JetStor. So, Gene, welcome to the Gumbo.
Absolutely. Great to be with you, Demetrius. I'm glad finally to be on your podcast. I think we've done a
Absolutely.
lot of them, and I'm glad to finally be here.
Well, glad to have you here. And give the Gumbo listeners a quick rundown of JetStor.
Absolutely. So JetStor was founded in 1994, July 1994. We actually celebrating 30 years in storage business, which is pretty cool. I think we're one of the longest storage companies running in the
Mm,
world, maybe. I don't know. Well, so we've been doing storage, 30 years. And we started with 9 gigabyte drives, that
hmm
are USBs now. So, we've done it all. And now we are shipping 30 terabyte SSDs and 24 terabyte HDDs. So, it's been a long journey, very interesting journey. And, we started, first website was raid.com,
mm.
which is not many people, had it. We had it for a while and we actually sold it to the guys that do bug spray. So now our website
Wow.
is jetster.com, and we've been doing data storage that long, and now we obviously do all kinds of flash and hybrid and archive systems, and we work with we have over 4,000 customers around the world. Actually, 60% of UK police even uses us as well. So we have work as partners. We have our own GSA contract. We work with a lot of universities and etc. So been a long journey, very interesting journey, as you can imagine.
Okay. Yeah. I like to really have a conversation about how far data storage has come because I started around 1999 and I myself have seen a trajectory overall in how data is stored. And so back when I started, tape storage was really huge. So it was disk, you had hard disk drives, magnetic disk, right? And
Yep,
Flash wasn't even on the scene. I mean,
correct.
Flash, I can't remember the exact year, but Flash was not a thing yet. And you had tapes, and tapes was all the craze, right? Oh,
All right.
tapes, it's increasing. You have LTO, you have all these different vendors out there, and tape was the thing. Give us your walk down memory lane back from, let's say, the year 2000 to where we are today as far as some of the innovation that has occurred since then.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's all started, obviously with just these drives, like you said, and then there was the tapes, tapes were around for a very long time. We were doing just a lot of it was what I call DAS, direct attached storage.
Hmm
And then, obviously we were doing ID storage, SCSI storage, serial attached storage. And then we got into SAN and NAS, with drives being, basically, like you said, the flash wasn't even there at that time, but
Right.
now it's kind of prevalent. So, but, before people were just basically storing everything on, there was a server, there was a storage, and there was, backup software with tapes, and then sand came in and then virtualization and the cloud, etc. So things progressed quite rapidly, as you remember, from like about 2010, 2015, and then past 10 years, it's just exponential growth. And the amount of data is being generated is absolutely insane, because
hmm
before people were saying, oh, we actually looked at, we had a customer recently that came to us and they were looking at us from 2008, and we had systems that were 16 terabytes. That was our largest system, 16 terabyte, 20 terabyte.
Yeah.
And now our average system is 100 terabytes.
Wow.
So when people come to us and say, well, we need a lot of storage, and they say, oh, we need like 20 terabytes, I mean, it's just one drive anymore, right? So things have really, really propelled into just to kind of a lot of storage has been generated, a lot of data, a lot of capacity. So,
hmm
and of course, the way people store data, and a lot of people want to keep data intact, they don't want to delete it, they want to save it. So there's a lot
Yeah.
of archival systems that are coming into play. So we get into a lot of very large multi-petabyte archival projects. And we actually found out that it's more economical to keep it in house, so to speak, sort of like on premise or in a data center in a colo. So we've seen a lot of that that's going on is a lot of archival. And because now with AI and machine learning, a lot of data is being researched and analyzed. So, and they have to go back years and years worth of data. So we've seen a lot of projects that a lot of people are trying to bring the data back on into the on-prem, because they need massive chunks of data that's to analyze.
Yeah, and speaking of on-prem, I remember, so this was before virtualization was a thing. And right around the time when VMware stepped on the scene, then storage started going with hyperconverged and also virtualizing storage and more efficiently storing data, etc. What is going on with Broadcom and VMware? What are you hearing? Because I've heard some really interesting stories about licensing and cost inflating and all of those. Are you seeing some of those as well? And what are some of the things that you're seeing and hearing around just overall VMware, how it pertains to storage?
Yes, that acquisition was an absolutely, a big shift in, virtualization. And it caused a lot of noise, a lot of headache for a lot of our customers as well. So we
Mm,
have a lot of educational customers, schools, and we've almost every conversation we have about virtualization is around VMware, Broadcom. We have seen customers that are saying 5x, 10x increases in licensing.
mm,
We have a lot of customers that are looking to switch from VMware due to those reasons, because they just can't basically afford these kind of increases, because a lot of our customers are, like I said, educational and government. And we've seen a lot of customers considering using other virtualization platforms. I can mention Hyper-V, definitely by Microsoft,
mm-hmm.
KVM, Proxmox. Proxmox is getting a lot of
I
noise. We actually
I
have
just heard
Proxmox.
of Proxmox on the last conversation I had with Grade Technology. Not sure if you ever heard of Grade.
Yeah, I have heard of them. I
Yeah,
saw your episode. Yeah, with
yeah,
G-Ray. Yep.
right. So,
Yeah. So we actually have Proxmox running in the lab. Basically, it's a 3 server cluster with running with JetStor NAS and iSCSI units, and
hmm
it's working quite well. And I can also import all the VMs from VMware. They have a tool, so it's a very smooth transition. You can transition to Proxmox probably within a few days, depending on your environment. And
hmm
we have quite a few customers that are going to Proxmox route. The cost is very inexpensive. In some cases, it's free, but if you want supported version, it's like $100 per VM. So very inexpensive. Proxmox side. And then you can use just any shared storage. And, we happen to be certified, we're self-certified in the lab, JetStor devices for Proxmox. So we have a lot of customers going from VMware to Proxmox. That's a very
okay.
easy transition. And also Hyper-V, they've gone a long way, Microsoft. And there's other solutions like KVM based solutions. There are a few other solutions. And then,
hmm
like you mentioned, there is also obviously hyper-converged solutions out there. Well, those are more complex because then you have storage that is not shared, so you have to buy all new nodes, and it's not as smooth transition as I would say. But for us, it's easier to go with to Proxmox or other like Hyper-V. That's the solutions we've
Okay.
seen. But yes, we've seen a lot of our customers are going to switch probably from VMware. A lot of smaller customers. We have a lot of cloud providers who are telling us that they've seen hundreds and hundreds of customers that are leaving VMware.
Yeah, I think that they are probably slowly starting to realize and make some strategy shifts because the noise, like you said, has been so profound.
Yeah.
So I really hope that they begin to make some changes so they can start trending in the right direction. But
I
I
hope
also
so. I hope it's not too
yeah.
late because customers are very sensitive to these kind of things where a lot of partners got also cut from the programs,
Mhm.
and they've increased, like the TAP program cost has increased. So like everything has just went up quite a bit, pretty much doubled for us. Even like that program was doubled the cost.
Wow.
That's just a program that, basically just to get the full software to test the storage with. And, we've had it at like, I was like $800, but now it's almost like $1,900. So it just, everything is just doubled for basically the same software. I just don't know. I don't know if it was a good move by them. I don't think it was a good move by them to do that. But I mean, I think their CEO said that he wants to have 600 customers.
Mm.
So that's what he wants to have. Then, I mean, they're going to lose a lot of customers. So.
Well, I'm sure they're probably going to be listening to this and maybe take this into consideration.
I hope
I
they do. I hope they
I
do.
I also wanted to ask you now, if a CIO comes to you or a IT director, anyone who is ready to make maybe a new purchase of some type of storage array, and how does that conversation go? What are some of the things that they are asking you? I'm sure cost is one, and performance as far as the different workloads and their business critical applications are concerned. So they give you the criteria from that perspective. What are some of the things that they are asking you when they want to make an investment on the storage side?
Yeah, great question. I mean, we have, conversations like this, every day. So CIOs, CTOs, IT managers, infrastructure engineers, infrastructure managers come to us and looking for, affordable, reliable, easy to manage storage. And, we happen to be one of the leaders in flash and hybrid on the market. So
Hmm.
a lot of times, they're asking us, how long you've been in business, they're looking for longevity. So we've been around 30 years. We have a dedication to storage, so that's already basically a big attraction to them, that we are very focused on, kind of one thing, which is storage. Because
Yeah.
a lot of other, competitors we have, the big names, as you aware, they do everything. They do servers, they do switches, they do
Hmm.
all those things. We do storage only. We are agnostic as far as which server we connect to. We're agnostic as far as which switch we connect to, and we are agnostic which operating system we work with, because we work with pretty much all of them. Like I mentioned, VMware, Hyper-V, Proxmox, Windows, Linux, Apple, you name it. We work with them all. Because our protocols are standard. It's iSCSI, it's network attached storage, it's fiber channel. So they're
Hmm.
looking for that kind of flexibility. They're looking for a company that can offer them a great support, which we do. We have US-based support, with advanced replacement. We have various models, anywhere from 12 bay to 100 bay. We have hybrid, we have flash, we have all flash. So we can do primary, we can do secondary. We support multiple backup software. I think you're very familiar with that, like Kivo, Commvault. We work with all of the software.
Veritas?
Yeah, Veritas. Yep,
Okay.
absolutely. Yep, Veritas. So we work with any backup software that's out there. We're completely agnostic. We support all the protocols. They're looking for NFS, SMB, CIFS, iSCSI, Fiber Channel. So we have it all. And we can upgrade. We can go from, like I said, 12 drives to 100 drives. We can expand. They're looking for basically ability to grow. How far can you grow? Where can you take from 12 to 100?
Hmm.
They want to be able to grow it vertically, horizontally,
Scale
in
up,
every possible
scale out.
direction. Scale out, scale up.
Hmm.
We have replication. We can do software replication. We can do hardware replication. With various software. We have internal replication, synchronous, asynchronous.
Right.
So we have snapshots.
Dedupe.
So we have multiple different features that are enterprise features, but at a very affordable cost.
Okay.
So we compete very well with big guys, tier one guys, that are out there, and we've been competing with them for 30 years, which is very impressive,
So
and
do
that's
you
what impresses them.
do you primarily win due to cost?
We Yes, we do have a cost advantage. So we tend to win a lot of times on affordability.
Okay.
We are very affordable, and we're able to provide like total cost of ownership. If you break it out to like 5 to 7 to 8 years, because a lot of
Hmm.
our customers have been running our JetStors for 10 years. Pretty amazing. They've been
Yeah.
running them and nonstop. And when they have a power supply fail, they call and say, "Oh, I want to just get me the power supply. I want to run it for another 10 years."
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and it's, sometimes, we have to tell people, I think you have to buy something new. I think technology has already been progressing, this
Right.
past 10 years. And they're like, well, it's been so good. We want to keep running it.
Yeah, we would love to just keep changing drives out, but we
Right.
want to add some more chassis and units and U's and all that good stuff. Yeah. And have you seen or have you started implementing AI within your platform?
Yes, we are actually introducing a product that actually I promised to make an announcement at your show. So we're actually
Oh,
going to introduce a new AI product, AI based product, which is going to be Gen 4 NVMe to you with ability to expand it with SAS drives.
mm,
And it's going to be basically supporting 30 terabyte drives. So we can do 700 terabytes per chassis within
okay.
2U.
Mm,
So it's a brand new product. It's going to be shipping in August. So in about a
nice.
month. So in about a month, we're going to have a new product which is going to be available to our customers. They'll be able to run AI workloads. We'll have some AI features in the
Mhm.
software with some data analytics, and that's going to be available.
Okay. As far as security is concerned, are you doing some immutable storage and integrating with like object lock and safe mode and all these different types of things to help ransomware at bay? Bad actors trying to get access to that data. You do you have any of these features as
Yes,
well?
we do. So we actually just partnered with two great companies. One is for storage orchestration. It's called
Hmm.
Hammerspace. And we just
Yeah,
announced our partnership with Hammerspace. It's
I know Hammer Space.
Hammerspace, right? So it's pretty
Hmm.
interesting
Molly,
startup.
Molly is over there. Shout out to Molly. She's
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
CMO, I think.
So, and we have our NAS units running with Hammerspace, and they support the storage orchestration, and they support object, so they can support object basically and mutable snapshots and
Hmm.
all that security features. And then we also have another partnership with a company called Racktop Systems, and
Okay.
they make the most secure storage in the world, probably because the founders are from SA. They used to
Mm.
work at NSA. So basically we put our block storage behind the racktop systems, and the racktop analyzes all the threats, all the, bad actors coming in and everything. So it's a very robust system as far as security goes. It's been used by CIA, FBI, and many hospitals, and they
Hmm.
do support, all the security features that the beyond NIST, the NIST protocol.
Right.
So that's their big thing. So a great partnership. We just did a big 2 petabyte installation with a major university in New York with Racktop Systems. We are providing the backend storage for Racktop System, which is like kind of our answer to the security. So if you need like
Okay.
really secure storage, we are basically working with Top Systems, and JetStor is the backend storage. So
Okay. Awesome. And one final question here. If you look into your crystal ball, where do you see storage advancing to within the next, let's say, 2 to 5 years?
basically, it's going to be more, I think storage is going to be more like a storage platform with
Hmm.
more software features where they can analyze, definitely AI included. Basically, we'll have all kinds of features which will be incorporated, embedded in the controllers, in the product itself, where it's becoming more not just a dumb storage, but more like a smart storage,
Hmm.
where there's going to be more analytical features that are coming, they're going to be coming out, out of storage, where we can analyze multiple systems and be able to store, multiple petabytes of storage, because the storage is only going to grow just exponentially. I mean, we've seen 20, 30, 50, 100 petabyte requests from customers. So all that data will have to be analyzed. So storage will keep growing, and there's going to be a lot of archival systems that are going to be very, very large and very massive.
Okay. Great. I appreciate all the insight and some of the best practices that you have provided as well, Gene. So thank you so much for that. And also, before I close, I want to let everyone know about the Backup and Recovery Professionals LinkedIn group. And in that group, it's one that I created several years ago on LinkedIn. There's over 26,000 professionals. So lots of
Yep.
storage, cybersecurity, backup, recovery, even cryptocurrency, Bitcoin. There's so many different people in different levels, right? From your practitioner all the way up to your C-level, they are having these types of conversations within the group as well. So final shout out.
Absolutely, and I've been a member of that group for a long time, and it's a great group. There's a lot of people, very good discussions on that group, and really appreciate you, creating that group and having, all that community out there. So it's a very, very useful resource that I use myself, and I do
Thank
have,
you.
quite a bit of actually a big following on LinkedIn as well. I have over 32,000 people I follow on LinkedIn. So definitely a big shout out to you as well, and for doing all this backup and everything. So.
All right. So much success in the future, and congratulations on the new product platform that you're getting ready to roll out.
And Gen 4 is coming out, and definitely we'll see you in Atlanta for supercomputing, by the way, at 24. Okay. So in November. So definitely we'll see you in Atlanta, hopefully.
Sure. Absolutely. Well, Gene, thank you so much again for taking time out to have a conversation with us here on Data Protection Gumbo.
Absolutely. Love it. Next time, get me some gumbo.